for the single mothers that got kids. Now, what can we do?
Get a job. That Bonnet told me everything I need to know. Tired of this shit. I'll give you one of mine if you wouldn't lose it. I am so mad.
Every time I get on TikTok and I be seeing the moms that be having like 8 kids, 10 kids, and they be struggling, they always pregnant. Always pregnant. And I never understood why, like, because I feel like after you have your first kid, you kind of have an idea what raising a child is going to be like. Not completely, unless your kid is like fully grown, but you have an idea what it's going to be like. So if you already felt like that was a struggle, you felt like you wasn't like financially prepared, you know, it was just really, really hard on you, why go have more kids? Like, I can even understand having like a second kid. Hey, you know, it wasn't planned, it happened, or like, you know, whatever. But like when y'all be having like 6, 7 kids and y'all be complaining about struggling and like not having a village, not having support, I get it. Because another thing too is like, if you didn't have a village or support with the first 2 kids, 3 kids, why would you keep pushing out more? Why would you keep getting pregnant? Like, why not just get on birth control? Like, you could still punch as much as you want to, but you don't have to worry about that. Because like, another thing I feel like women have to realize that no matter what your situation is, you still gonna bear all the weight of having a child. No matter what your situation is. You know, no matter if you have a man paying all your bills, no matter if you're married, no matter if you're not married, you're always going to carry more of the weight of having a child than the man could ever. Because you're the woman. You have to do most of the work. I don't get it. Like, honestly. I really don't. Like, the one and done crew can understand where I'm coming from. I had one baby. It was hard. I struggled. And I told myself, because I love myself and I love my child, that I would never bring another child into this world until I was completely financially stable. Like, able to give myself everything I want and then some. Like, I mean, before I have another kid, I gotta be stable. Like, I gotta be able to get my nails done, my toes done when I want to, able to buy a house at whim, you know, buy a car if I need to. Like, you need to have all that set up because life is already hard. But when you adding on kids into the mix, people that have to depend on you, it makes it even harder. I couldn't even imagine having 8 kids. I could not. I couldn't even imagine having to wake up every day and having 8 other people's needs to prioritize before my own. Before I even wipe the crust out my eyes, I got to think about what I'm going to feed these kids, what they got to do today, what their schedules look like. Do I need to wash their clothes? Do I need to, you know, go by? Like, it's just too much. So I salute women who have all those kids. But I just understand having that many kids and, like, struggling throughout the whole process and still continuing to have kids. Like, it's just not fair to the kids either. It's really not. They're going to grow up with a hard childhood, and I just feel like it just keeps generational curses going, too, the more I think about it. I don't know. I just don't understand the concept of it. But, hey, everybody can do what they want with their life, and, you know, they're who I.
And since I got y'all motherfucking attention, baby, to my young people, y'all is really on here talking about how hard it is for y'all to find a job with these kids. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sis, stop applying for these jobs that don't have a graveyard shift. Because as a single mother, you're going to have to work graveyard. Why? Because you got to be available for your kids during the day. Y'all want to go work these jobs when you getting off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? No, because how your kid going to get to school at 8? Because you got to start at least 7. You can't work that 2 to 11 because the kids get out at 3. And who's going to be there with them all day? We all know at least one person who will sit up in our house overnight and watch the kids while they sleep. You ain't got to pay them. They ain't doing shit. They sleep. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, if you can go to the club after 10, if you can go ride around in that parade looking for that nigga after 12, you available for graveyard, sis.
Hear me out. It's right in the house to get lunch. I gotta run back to an appointment. Listen to me. And I need y'all to listen to me good because y'all just get on here and hear whatever the fuck you want to hear. Because y'all love to live fucking offended. That's the problem with the internet. Y'all love to live offended. I literally said the disabled people, the elderly, the veterans, this is good. They are exempt. People on Social Security, I don't care if you're 12, 15, 16, 48, you are exempt. And I feel for you with this government shutdown. But to the motherfuckers who are able-bodied and are on the internet talking about, if you have enough energy to go loot Walmart or say you're going to be looting stores when the food stamps don't drop, you got enough energy to take your ass to work or work some overtime so you don't need no fucking food stamps. That's all I'm saying. All right, now I know y'all love to live offended. It is what it is. No, Nobody's talking about the veterans or the disabled people or the elderly people or the children that are disabled or the families that are. We are talking about you lifelong fucking recipients, okay? We're talking about the people abusing the system. Buckle up, bucko. And we're talking about the bitches that got 5 kids and they're getting $900 or $1,000 in fucking food stamps. And you're literally saying that you don't know how you're going to eat this month because you bought all fucking pizza rolls last month and fucking frozen Tostinos instead of bags of fucking 20-pound bags of rice, instead of fucking, unfortunately, ramen noodles are horrible for you, fucking some flour, 20-pound bag of flour, a fucking big-ass carton of eggs, a fucking meat package from your local fucking meat market. They don't do that. They don't do that. They're at fucking Walmart ShopRite with their cart filled to the fucking brim with nothing but red 40 and yellow 5. We don't care how you're gonna eat. You've been eating long enough. Not only that, why do you need to eat that many fucking meals a day and you not working? And I know that not everybody on food stamps doesn't not work, because I worked and got them. And I know there's a lot of people that work and get them, but I'm talking about the motherfuckers that are not working. I don't want to hear y'all up here crying. We don't want to hear y'all. And I'm not talking about the motherfuckers that just got down on their luck. And they may have lost their job. They're in between right now, a blessing, and they had to go do what they had to go do, utilize the system. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that are habitual food stamp recipients.
A lot of y'all are being really weird about the shit that people buy with their food stamps. Like, why are you upset that somebody is buying a bunch of junk food rather than fruits and vegetables? Like, I didn't realize this until I actively started trying to eat healthy myself as a person who's not on food stamps, who I would say is not, like, I'm not unhealthy, but I could be better. Like, I could be better. I could be in better shape. But I'm not unhealthy, and I actively do try to have healthier habits. But I didn't realize just how hard it was to keep to this shit until I actively tried to do it. And I also know this is largely like conservatist shit where, you know, it's all about discipline and you need to be a better steward of God's money and time and all. Shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck about what you pieces of shit have to say. But once I started like actively thinking more about the shit that I consumed and whatnot, and the amount to which I consume sugar and sodium, I realized it's actually really fucking hard to get a good quick meal here and there because everything is loaded with sugar and sodium. And do you want to know why those people load up their cart with so many things that are bad for you? Because the things that are bad for you oftentimes last a long time. And when that person with food stamps is in the aisle at Kroger, Walmart, Wawa, whatever the fuck it might be, that person is buying, I've never been to an actual Wawa. I live in Ohio, we don't have those here. That stuff that they're buying is most likely the shit that they're going to have in their refrigerator for the month, or in their pantry, whatever, for the month. They're buying their groceries for the month. My wife and I, we go to the grocery store just about every Monday or so, because we make enough to where we don't have to buy a lot of stuff. And we just buy what we need for lunches and for dinners for that week. And then we, you know, go to the store the following Monday, and we repeat the cycle. And we always buy like a fruit or two, a vegetable, and we usually buy salad kits and meals for our lunches, and that's how we eat healthy. But this week we didn't go to the store, and instead we did quite a bit more eating out. But even then, I still try to think, and I try to choose healthier options, and usually healthy options that are by my job, and there's nothing really healthy by my job. Like things like a bag of carrots, broccoli, vegetable medleys, and stuff like that. That stuff is only good for about a week. And then it's bad now. And it's also not cheap. So think about it this way, right? You have vegetables and other things that are good for you that don't have a long shelf life and also are not all that affordable. So what the fuck do you think these people are going to buy, you absolute heartless piece of shit idiots? They're going to buy the junk/fun food. You want to know why? Because it's not real food. Like, it's not organic, it's not real, it's why we call it junk food, but it lasts forever, and they can continue to feed themselves and their families. But so many of y'all are disgusting fucking cops, you never fucking think of this shit, and it gets on my damn nerve.
Y'all, I'm trying to stay calm. I just looked at my EBT balance. They did a partial deposit, y'all. They did a partial deposit. I'm about to go back. I'm turning around. Okay, I'm about to turn around. I'm about to get some more fruit and veggies, and I'm gonna go back and get the parchment paper because now I don't have to pay for this. I don't have to pay for this out of my own pocket. Oh my God. Yes. We're good. We're gonna eat good. We're gonna eat good today. so excited.
Here's some discounts that you automatically become eligible for if you receive EBT. If you're new here, my name is Crystal. I'm a social worker and a caseworker. I have been working in the social service field for over 10 years. I also worked at the EBT SNAP welfare office for over 6 years. I have processed hundreds of SNAP cases, and here's some discounts that you automatically become eligible for if you receive EBT. Number 1, free or reduced access to get into museums, zoos, and aquariums. Museumsforall.org lists over 1,400 museums, zoos, and aquariums that will give you discount or even free entry as long as you show up with your ID and your EBT card. Just enter your zip code and it'll provide you with a list of participating museums in your area. Number 2, you can get a huge discount on your home internet and get free monthly cell phone service. Now for the internet, you can go through Xfinity Essentials, AT&T Access, Verizon Forward, or Lifeline Support, just to name a few. And you can get free cell phone service through AirTalk Wireless, TrueConnect, Access Wireless, Life Wireless, and many more. These companies will not only give you a free cell phone, but they will pay for your monthly service each month as long as you have EBT. Keep in mind
your tax dollars are going overseas to allow a group of people that don't even belong to that swath of land to have housing, healthcare, and an education in the longest list of the shit going on in the United States of America. If that doesn't make you angry, we are cooked. If that doesn't make you angry enough to do something about it.
Bro, this is how you know the economy ain't shit. I was on Instacart yesterday for 3 hours and not one order popped up. Any DoorDashers having that struggle? Because I'm struggling. For real. Not one order within 3 hours popped up.
Lady got on this app and she was complaining and crying about like not having a village, not having nobody to drop her kids off to, not able to do this and do that. And I mean, she was slobbing out the mouth. And the first thing that came in mind was accountability, right? Because that's what we all need to work on. Like I said, I'm not going at her. If y'all taking any type of way, then fuck it, oh well. I don't give a damn, but it need to be said. Y'all gotta realize, when y'all start having all these kids, don't nobody want to babysit. You can't force nobody to babysit your child. You can't get mad at nobody for saying no, they don't want to watch your kids for their day or all week. Because y'all got to realize, people got their own lives to live as well. They're not obligated to keep your kids. It's selfish of you to call them and expect them to when they don't have to. Because at the end of the day, they didn't lay down and have all them kids. You did. If we just being real, some of y'all kids is bad as hell. I'm talking about outrageous bad. Don't nobody want to listen to that all goddamn week. And then she said, when I was a kid, I used to go to my grandparents' house all the time. Baby, listen, this a whole new generation. Everybody in 2025 right now that's still living is fighting for their life right now. Everybody trying to stay afloat. Not just you. A lot of people fight battles in silence. So if you don't have a village, build your own village. Stop waiting on somebody else to build your village. You created that village. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your grandma. Having one child is hard. If you didn't have no babysitter for that one child that you had at first, you shouldn't make a second child, or a third child, or a fourth child. Why would you have all these kids if you know you didn't have a village from the start when you had your first child? I'm just saying. And since we talking about grandparents, because a lot of these kids is having kids young as hell. Grandparents in this generation starting at the age of 30. I'm talking about they kids getting pregnant at 15 and you just turned 33 and already a grandparent. So I get where the grandparents come from the age of 30 and all the way up to 60 and 70. They trying to live their life as well. And the same talk that I'm having with y'all, I had with my daughter. My daughter is 15 years old. I told her, focus on school. Focus on enjoying your life. Don't bring no baby here. I'm 33 years old. You bring a baby here, guess what? I'm not babysitting because I'm trying to live my life. You got 2 more years to go to college and live life. So don't expect me and your mama to sit here and babysit while you out here trying to have fun and live life. That ain't how it works. We trying to live our own life as well. It called responsibility. If you woman enough to lay down and have that child and still want to keep that child, you gonna keep that child because I'm not finna be a headache. You not about to give me a headache. I still feel like I'm young. I'm 33, so hell no, I ain't finna be cooped up in the house babysitting while you out having fun. I'm trying to have fun too. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind babysitting. That's not what I'm saying. But if you think you finna do this every weekend, no ma'am. Let me just say this. If you not financial stable in 2025, don't think about having no goddamn kids. Please don't. Daycare's outrageous. Shit, you got the old folk at bingo and at the young boy concerts. So what I'm saying is this: don't be laid up with them niggas that y'all be talking about. This nothing ass nigga on social media. Don't do it. If you know that nigga sorry, don't give him.
For the mom who said, what are we supposed to do because we don't have food stamps to feed our kids? That's exactly why you should not have a bunch of kids, because you are not in a position to be able to feed multiple kids, as many people are not. But the woman with the bonnet asked a good question. Why do you have so many kids if you're already struggling? I am also a single mom of one kid. And after I had that one kid, I said, you know what? I really can't afford this. I do not have the resources. Let me stop right here. When you bring in 6, 8, 10 mouths to the table that you cannot feed, at some point you need to take accountability. And shame on you, because those kids are going to grow up and live a very hard life. A lot of them may turn to crime. They may become single parents themselves. You're just not going to live a good life. And I grew up in poverty, so I'm speaking as one of the children. And I'm speaking from that perspective. It's really not fair to the kids that you are having all these multiple kids, knowing that you can't afford them. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why anybody needs 10 damn kids. It is not that serious. And that gentleman is correct. The grandparents are getting younger and younger these days. So when you bring home kids and you're like, Mom, can you watch them for me? The grandparents are in their 30s and 40s now. It's not fair to them. So, you got to think about that. It's like, if you have kids that are your responsibility and working graveyard shift, that makes a lot of sense, because I did the same thing. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Join the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Check out these videos down below. See y'all in the next one. Foodie gang, gang, gang. Foodie gang, gang, gang.